Hi, so we're looking at CAT 2020 con questions. These are basically slot 1, part 2 questions. So let's look at how to go about approaching them. Technically, you can do this orally, but let's try to normally do it first. Now, when you say if I want to solve this, you can make out log phi upon log 4 is left hand side. Right hand side becomes log y upon log 4. Log root phi is nothing but log phi raised to half and log 6. So log 4 gets cancelled. Even this log 5 raised to half is nothing but half log 5. So log 5 also gets cancelled. So basically what you have 1 is equal to half log y upon log 6. Right? Or basically log of y raised to half upon log of 6 is equal to 1. So y raised to half is equal to 6 based on this. If I want to make it 1, the numerator and denominator has to be same. Y raised to half is 6 or y is equal to 6 square, which will give you 36 as the answer. If you can solve it orally, nothing like it. You can make out that 5 and log 4 will get cancelled on both the sides. And because of this root 5, half will remain on top. So root 5 will come out, will become half. Okay, so that means you have basically again half log y upon log 6 or to the base 6 should be equal to 1. From there you can make out 6 is equal to y raised to half and then solve it as y equal to 6 square. Okay, so that means if you know these steps, you can do it orally and try to get the answer. The number of real valued solution for the equation. Now, one way is to draw the diagram. Second is just let's look at left hand side. If you look at left hand side, it is 2 raised to x plus 1 upon 2 raised to x. And if you look at this value, the minimum value for this is 2. When x is 0, the minimum value is 2. Okay, normally this is in the form of y plus 1 upon y. And y plus 1 upon y, the minimum value is 2 when y is 1. Y is 1 means 2 raised to x is equal to 1 or x is 0. You can also substitute values and check out. If I put x equal to 0, you get 2 value. If you put x equal to 1, you get 2.5. If you put x equal to minus 1, also you'll get 2.5. So basically the equation goes like this. Okay, 2, 2.5, 2.5. This is the way it goes. Graph. If you look at right hand side, the maximum value is 2 because x minus 2 the whole square is always positive. So 2 minus something will always be less than 2 except okay when the whole value is 2. And when will the whole value be 2? When x minus 2 is 0 or x equal to 2. So only at x equal to 2 it is 2. Otherwise in all the other cases less than 2. X minus 2 it is 2. Otherwise in all the other cases less than 2. Which means they both cannot be equal at any point of time. That means the solution is 0. A straight road connects point A and B. Car 1 travels from A to B and car 2 travels from B to A. So there's a to B and B to A travels. And after meeting, so if they meet at one point, they take 45 and 20 minutes. So he will take 45 minutes out here. He will take 20 minutes out here. B will take. So B is, so let's say A here. 45 minutes A will take and B will take 20 minutes. To travel from meeting point, this is a meeting point to the destination. So initially when they travel, they're taking the same time. So they take the same time, let's say t, to reach at this point. And after meeting, A will take 45 minutes and B will take 20 minutes. One way to go about this sum is to take the ratio and solve. Okay, ratio. Now if you look at distance is the same ratio. Distance, let's say this distance is x1 and this distance is x2. Or you can take x1, x2, whichever way you're comfortable. So if I take a ratio of distance x1 upon x2 for the first travel, when I'm traveling for the first time, okay, distance is what? Speed into time. So for A, what is the speed? Let's say SA. What is the time? T. Right. For B, what is the speed? SB. And what is the time? T. For the first time when they travel. So A travels from here to M, B travels from B to M. So automatically distance equal to speed into time. And that's how you get a ratio. For the second, the ratio of distance is same, x1 upon x2. Now x1, now B travels in 20 minutes at the speed of SB. So SB at the speed of 20 minutes, that is 20 upon 60 hours. And X2A travels at the speed of SA and the time is 45 upon 60 hours. Because distance is speed into time. Now once you've got this, now you can cancel off whatever you know. TT gets cancelled. So what you have is SA upon SB square is equal to 20 upon 45, which is nothing but 4 upon 9. So SA upon SB is equal to also 2 upon 3, finding square root. Now we know that the speed of A is 60. 2 stands for 60, so 3 will stand for 90. 2 30s are 60, so 3 30s are 90. So from that we get 90. Actually, this is also directly a formula also, that SA square upon SB square is equal to, or SA upon SB equals square root of time taken by B upon time A after meeting. But I normally don't recommend learning formulas. If you just understand this ratio of distances, because in times per distance ratio becomes important. If you understand ratio of distances, this can be solved equally fast. So x1 and x2 is the ratio of distance. In the first case, speed of A into time, second and SB into t, speed of B into time. In the second case, after meeting, this is before meeting. After meeting, it becomes SB into time and SA into time. Use that, form an equation, and you'll get the answer. A, B, C are three positive integers such that the sum of A and mean of B and C is 5, and sum of B and mean of A and C is 7. I want sum of A and B. I want to eliminate C from here. How do I eliminate C? Just subtract. If I subtract the two equations, or let's say equation 2 minus equation 1, if I just want to subtract. So C upon 2 gets cancelled. What you get is B minus B upon 2 plus A upon 2 minus A equal to 2. If you look at this, it is nothing but B upon 2 minus A upon 2 is 2, or B minus A will be 4. Now we know B and A are both integers. So what are the possible values? And both are responsive. So it can be 1 and 5. Some can be 6. It can be 2 and 6. Okay, 2 and 6. Yeah, some can be 8. But 8 is not in the option. So answer will be A, option 6. 5 plus 1, 6. Because they are positive integers. I repeat, we have two equations. Now since we want only B and A, eliminate C by subtracting. The C gets eliminated and we get B minus A equal to 4. The moment you get B minus A equal to 4 and both are positive integers, just substitute values because the options are small. The smallest value for A is 1, B is 5. So in this case, A plus B becomes 6. Next smallest value for A is 2, B is 6. The sum becomes 8. 6 is the only option which is available, which is possible. So that is the answer. I hope this is clear. Just solve systematically, understand the sum and solve. It becomes easier and faster to solve. Thank you.